All right, everybody, we're back for home tour number 3. Let's get inside real quick so there's no outside noise. There's been a lot of progress that we've made, but before we even begin, let's just take a moment to say if you want to follow the remainder of this renovation, be sure to like the videos, subscribe, and you can ring, there's a little bell that you can ring and then it'll tell you when I upload one of these videos. But anyways, let's get right into it. So I unfortunately did not beat the ceiling. I know that was the question on everyone's mind, of course. And the simple fact is this is a lot of work. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot of work, but when you're scraping this overhead, like your poor muscles in your lower back are just screaming, like lower and upper back are just screaming because you're just little fine movements over and over again. But anyways, I got all the flooring up like I said last time. We removed all the molding and all that good stuff. The fan has come down, so that's gonna be posted on probably Facebook Marketplace later today. In addition to this, both of these work, by the way. So this is some lumber that we're saving in case we need to shim something. Just changed out one of the garbage bags today. Got a brand new tow to this because we've been going through a lot of drywall compound. As you can see here with this doorway, take a look at this. So this is almost done. We're getting there. But this has basically been sealed off. And then the plan, like I mentioned before, is to put a barn door in here, but you can kind of tell a little bit better where we're heading with this. I really like it. We also got some floor leveling compound over here. This is gonna be for a lot of the rooms. I'm probably gonna need to buy like 10 more bags at least for this house, but it's a start. We got this down here as well. We have fixed this step, so now it's not as like squeaky and janky. And I haven't really decided what we're gonna do with these steps yet. I was kind of thinking about right here installing more subfloor and then having the stairs kind of sweep out. So we would cut a curved piece and we have almost like a curved step down here. I think that would look very nice. Otherwise, I mean, the drywall work in here is, as you can tell, it's pretty much done. Everything has been sanded. Next step is to take this guy out right here. We're gonna remove this fan. And then I think we're gonna make a little cap to go over that. This has been my project so far for about the last hour, has been removing this from this wall in here. I kind of briefly showed it, but this is like a little closet area. And that is the last piece right there that I need to remove. Pain in my butt. This outlet was actually covered over. I'm gonna have to have the electrician take a look at this, but they literally had tape over top of this, and then some of this styrofoam was over top of the outlet. I mean, talk about just creative solutions to whatever problem they were trying to fix. So other than that, really, one of the areas that has the most progress is the kitchen, even if it may not look like it. So here's what we're working with right now. The ceiling is pretty much entirely done. We just have to take this light and we're gonna basically take that light out and then we're gonna finish the little ceiling section around it and then we're gonna put a new light back in there when we're all said and done. This has been my project for today. It's been mixed with that, removing all that styrofoam on the wall, but I'm bringing back the original color of this and then I'm going to paint it like I said. But I need to get this off because as I was actually wiping down all of like the cabinets with this degreaser over here, which has actually worked quite well. So if you're looking for a decent degreaser, this has done me well. This is actually removing some of the, as you can tell right here, that I did not sand at all. This was this dark color, just like right here. And this degreaser is basically just taking off this disgusting old finish. So there's no way I can just go over top of it. I need to sand it off. So I bought this orbital sander and it's been doing quite well. I have to change pads pretty frequently because it's picking up so much material. But on the bright side, once I am done with these, all I have to do is, or once I'm done with the orbital sander, all I have to do is go back in here and hit this little ledge. And unfortunately, as you can tell, it's around every single one here. And something I want to document for future use. Can't really see it, but back there in this corner, they actually just covered an outlet. An outlet just like that with the plate is back there in this little corner. No idea what we're gonna do with that yet. I'm gonna talk to the electrician and see. All of this has been sanded and it's ready to go. Temporary light up over here. Removed all the baseboard. I just gotta remove this little piece. The rest of this tile is gonna go real soon. This over here, we've already talked about it. We're gonna saw this cabinet off right here, and then we're gonna just remove this whole cabinetry. Then I won't have to actually fix these two little sections here. And you know, I probably will just sell this cabinet separately. I'll probably post it online for like 25 bucks or 50 bucks or something. And then over here, we're planning on cutting this countertop off, and that's probably gonna happen tomorrow. We're gonna remove the sink at the very least, along with the garbage disposal. We're gonna get the sink in here tomorrow. We're gonna kind of do like a dry fit or something if we can. Countertop's gonna hopefully be totally secured to the cabinetry. And then I can finish sanding and getting this and that over there completely done. So, but I mean, progress all around. This room as well in here. All of this is actually done. So you look up there, that's completely finished. We just have to paint it basically. Same thing with most of this over here. There's like a small hole like right there. But we are gonna patch that and then we're gonna sand over it and it'll be all set. I'm gonna post all of these probably today. I'm gonna try and get them off the deck because Lord knows that the longer they sit out there, the more damage they might sustain. I actually found out as we were moving this baseboard, if you look here, this is actually like a nice kind of like oak that's underneath this. So they took this beautiful wood and they just destroyed it with this gross black, well, I guess not black, but very dark color. And I think what I'm gonna do is sand it down and just leave it. Because I think that I'm not gonna get anything that's that high of quality. So I think that in order to save myself some time, I'll just sand it down. Maybe I'll stain it, I don't know. But the biggest pain in the butt is gonna be this. You see this, I decided to sand this a little bit just to see what's under here. Same thing, I think it's oak. And you know, I wanna keep these, but as you can tell, when you sand it down, let me see if the camera will focus. Maybe, there we go. As you can see here, just barely, the blackness is actually kind of like, or the dark stain that was in here is actually kind of filling in these dark, or filling in the creases of this and making it look a little bit darker than it actually is. So I don't know if staining is even gonna be a good option. I might just leave it like raw wood, but we'll see for sure. This room, not a whole lot of updates in here. We did the final little bit of demo. I just finished working on a lot of this flooring. There's only like a couple sheets over here I gotta finish now. I have to remove, as you can see right there, there's a whole bunch of carpet staples, and it's a huge pain in my butt because all I have to remove them is this right here. And I just take the little flathead screwdriver, drive it under there, and I tap one out with a hammer. And I found that that's actually the best way because they're really kind of in there deep. So I can't really grab them with a pair of pliers and rip, you know, like these ones right here, these vice grips. These work great, but the problem is if I don't have anything to grab onto, I can't really do that. So it's been the hammer and the flathead. So my plan today is to finish a lot of this stuff in here. If I feel ambitious, I might go in there, work on those little staples. And then if we go through here, the hallway, have to do this whole ceiling in here still. I'm gonna look back on this and be very glad I did it, but not excited for it. And then in here, we've been patching some holes, as you can tell. But up here, same thing. I didn't even think about this. I don't even think I caught this in the prior videos, but all of this has to get scraped. If I'm gonna do it, I better just do it right now. There's only gonna be one room in the house with a textured ceiling, and I'm hoping, you know, that's gonna be it. This was a huge hole in the wall, if you remember. This box over here, I have to have the electrician look at it because it's not even connected to the wall. It's just dangling. Gonna patch that hole, and then that's it. I mean, I'm gonna come in here and remove these carpet strips and the molding and stuff like that pretty soon, but one room at a time. Same thing over here. Haven't even worked in this room yet, but we're gonna get there, patch all the holes, probably remove the moldings. Now, I did get this exciting little update here. Nice little washer. I mean, it's used, but I mean, the only complaint that the seller had was typically in like a really heavy load of laundry, it squeaks a little bit. So I'm just gonna baby this thing. If this gets me through 6 months to a year, I'm gonna be very, very happy. The plan remains unchanged with the toilet scenario here. I'm probably just gonna remove the toilet, probably gonna remove this pedestal sink and install something else. And I'm actually looking at some auctions right now. And hopefully those auctions are gonna well, I mean, they have a few things that I could use in here, but I'm hoping that in those auctions, they're not going to go to like crazy prices that are going to exclude me from buying something for this space. Because I kind of have to get creative with the overlay against the walls here because I'm working with the window. I don't really want to move this light fixture. We have these outlets here. It's just kind of a pain. And then unfortunately in here, not a single thing has changed. So that is going to be another project. I did find out that this countertop is really unstable. See, it's just moving all over the place. So a lot of work ahead of us. You know, I'm starting to not necessarily feel overwhelmed, but I mean, there's certainly a lot to do. I mean, just listen here. I mean, all that squeaking on the floor. I mean, I have to go through manually and screw in supports. I mean, this is a really good flooring. This is tongue and groove underneath this and the subfloor. So, I mean, it's good flooring, but I have to really secure it, you know, and that's going to take a long time to do that. It's going to take a while to finish these ceilings here. But again, I'm going to be very happy that I did it. And I'm hoping that because I took this next upcoming week pretty much off of work, I'm going to have enough time to do that. But guys, thank you so much for following along so far. Like I said, if you want to continue kind of following along with me, make sure you subscribe. I am, again, going to be posting this on Facebook, but if you subscribe and hit that little bell, it'll actually let you know when I upload one of these videos, which I'm planning to do every single Saturday until this project is done entirely. And you know what? I'm probably going to start uploading some more videos too, but I need to get into the house first before I can do that. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys next week. Later.